Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin Troyce and you're watching Troyce TV. Now today I'm going to talk about the abortion scandal and what's been going on over there. I know a lot of people have had a lot of opinions, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard about the protests of people who are anti-abortion.
It can be an unpleasant experience.
Please don't take the life of your baby, ma'am.
Are you making a very difficult situation a lot harder?
Please, God sees abortion as murder, and no murderer will enter into the kingdom of God. You are not God. That's why you think it's okay to murder your child, because you actually think you are God.
The people who are pro-abortion,
to take decisions about a woman's body and birth out of the hands of a woman and out of the hands of doctors. And that to me is really shocking.
and I'm gonna give my thoughts. I know some of y'all are thinking, Troyce, this is abortion. You are a man with a penis. How dare you give your opinion about abortions and shit? Bitch, I pay taxes in this shitty ass country. And my taxes help pay for these shitty ass kids that a lot of people don't fucking take care of. But let me start off by saying that I'm definitely pro-abortion. I think women should be allowed to say what they want to do with their bodies. If you want to have a kid, great, you should be allowed to have a kid. If you don't want to have a kid, great. I don't think a law should tell you what to do. I did a lot of research about this, by the way, y'all, and I did a lot of research about the woman's body. And if I make a mistake, please feel free to correct me. So if you didn't know, Alabama, the governor of Alabama, Governor IVK, she signed a bill that is most likely going to be passed over to the Supreme Court. Well, matter of fact, not most likely, will be passed over to the Supreme Court. And it basically says abortion will 100% be illegal in Alabama. Now, she doesn't have the final say. There's a lot of false information out there saying that abortion is illegal in Alabama. No, abortion is still legal in Alabama. The Supreme Court has the final say. Now, here's the problem with the Supreme Court. Mostly white American males are a part of the Supreme Court. So a lot of people are afraid of what the final decision might be. Oh, y'all, these are hot wings. These are the extreme hot wings. So far, so good, no complaints. Abortion is still legal 100%. You can still get an abortion. And I'm pro-kill that thing. Let me stop. I'm going to hell for that. But in my opinion, I feel like if a woman doesn't want to take care of a child, then she shouldn't have to. Why is a woman being forced to conceive and have a child? You know what I'm saying? And people want to say, well, there's other alternatives like adoption. The woman can put her child up for adoption. Okay. How about this? Instead of saying what I want to say, I'm going to insert a picture, and this is going to speak way more than what I have to say. So do you see where I'm coming from? People love to say that they're pro-life, but 95% of the times, believe it or not, when kids get to a certain age, don't nobody want their ass, believe it or not. When it comes to the foster care system and the system involving like adopting kids, when they reach a certain age, they get thrown into foster care, of course. And when they get thrown into foster care and they reach the age of like 15, 16, nobody fucking wants them. A lot of people want to adopt kids. That's what people always throw out. There's millions of people out there who want to adopt kids. But then again, there's millions of people out there who want kids when they're fresh, when they're fragile. Nobody wants to take on a 15, 16-year-old. A lot of people don't. If you were adopted and you were taken on, that's amazing. But a lot of people don't want to take on a 15, 16, or even 17-year-old child while they're like damaged or been through a lot. Like, no one wants that. People want a fragile child so that way they won't remember the parents. They won't have gone through any life experience. They want to basically raise a child. So people say, I'm pro-life, but then again, the same people who say that they're pro-life are the same people who sit up here and say that they're for the death penalty. And me personally, I'm not for the fucking death penalty. You tell you why? Because I don't think anybody should have a say in anybody's life at the end of the day. People say that they're pro-life, but you're for the death penalty. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Now, this abortion shit is getting very serious. And a lot of people don't know this, but it's not just in Alabama. This is also in states like Ohio, Georgia, and believe it or not, there's even bigger restrictions in Georgia, Arkansas, North Dakota, Utah, and so many other states where if you are at 6 weeks or further, you can't get an abortion. Most women find out that they're pregnant when they're like 4 weeks. I could be wrong. I believe I read that in an article. That women usually find out when they're pregnant within 4 weeks. Sometimes there are cases where women wait, like literally find out that they're pregnant within 7 weeks. So it's a little bit messed up that states like Georgia and North Dakota and even Ohio and Arkansas are passing these heartbeat laws, because it takes 6 weeks for anyone to detect a heartbeat in a fetus. So that's why they're doing that. It's called the heartbeat law. And this is a real thing that's going on right now. So a lot of the times, if you want an abortion, you literally got to get it in like a different state. And now that Alabama's trying to ban it for 100%, you got to travel and go to a whole different state just to get an abortion. And it's fucked up because there's a lot of people who are in low income families that can't afford to travel. These low income families can't afford to travel and can't just get abortions like that. So for the governor to sign that rule in Alabama, she's getting dragged to field. Celebrities are speaking out. I think Rihanna even gave her two cents into it. And the reason why this law is even being pushed to the Supreme Court is because 25 white male senators said yes to outlawing abortion. And I find it disrespectful to women, because it's like women are being labeled as a host. Like, you're like, what are these, like, what are women? Like, women are basically seen as objects to these white male who said yes to anti-abortion. And not only that, there's a lot of women who stand by it as well. And if you stand by it, that's your opinion. It is what it is. Don't don't drag me, bitch, for having my opinion. My opinion is my opinion, and everyone can feel free to have their opinions in the comment section down below. And people can look at abortion as, oh, it's murder, it's murder. But I look at it as abortion is just like, a fetus is literally a combination of cells before it even hits the 6-week mark. And even before it even hits the 12-week mark at the end of the day. And people want to say, oh, it's murder. Oh, give the child up for adoption. This child deserves to see life. Okay, great. Are you going to help out and donate money to a lot of these foster home foundations? You know it's going to cost millions and millions and millions and millions and more dollars, and it's going to cost more money out of taxpayers' money to have to take care of kids that are probably going to be emotionally damaged, because believe it or not, the foster system is not easy. It's not literally the foster care and being told, oh, you're not going to get adopted, or you might get adopted. It's not like the easiest thing for a child. Like, a child's not just gonna sit in there happy-go-lucky, rainbows and sunshine. Like, the foster system is really, really sad and really horrible, and kids really get treated like shit in there. I'm especially annoyed that in a lot of abortion clinics, there's always protesters outside screaming, don't do it, don't do it, don't kill your child. That child deserves to live. Bitch, are you going to help raise these crack babies? Like, let's say a woman who's poor, going through a lot, can't take care of a kid, has a baby that ain't shit, coke addict, is having a damn baby, and they're being told, don't do it, don't take this child away from this planet. Are you going to help raise these crackhead babies? What if two 12-year-olds who are probably brother and sister or cousin and cousin commit incest or some shit like that? Should your daughter be able to have a daughter with your son? Let's think about it over here. Let's think about instances like rape and incest, and instances where women are getting raped at parties, or being raped and being taken advantage of when they're on drugs or pills or some shit. Let's think about it like that. Should a woman have to carry a baby for 9 months? And carrying a baby, I did a lot of research, and I don't even know how it's like to be pregnant, and I may never get pregnant. But carrying a baby apparently is like being handcuffed to another life. So you're literally eating, living, and breathing for another person. So emotionally, it can be very draining for someone. Emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Why should a woman have to carry something for 9 months that she doesn't even want to take care of? Because it was either, and here's another thing, the condom could have broke. If you lie down to have the kid, you should take care of it. Well, sometimes there's instances where the condom breaks and no one intends on having a kid. Sometimes there's instances where women, their birth control could have failed, or been switched out for some fucking Smarties or some shit. I'm I'm just saying. Yo, this is a house salad. There's no chicken in it, so that means it's healthy. Oh, and also here's the balsamic dressing. Oh wow, I forgot. I did order chicken. It was in the aluminum foil. So yeah, like who the fuck are people to say and tell women you're murdering someone, this and this and that? Like, do you not know the emotional toll a woman could be going through when she has an abortion? Some women live their whole lives thinking of, damn, like, should I have did it? Would my life be different? Would my life be better? There are also women out there, this balsamic dressing smells good. Balsamic vinaigrette. Oh my god, don't tell me to put a fucking fork in there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I fucking hate America. I feel bad for anyone that lives in that hellhole, Alabama. You might want to leave now, bitch, because first KKK, now this. I don't think men should be telling women that they should be told that they have to have babies and carry babies. Like, men are basically saying, you women are objects. We look at you women as hosts. Carry the child, shit out the child, shit him out. We'll put him in some blankets, and then we'll give him to somebody else who will take care of him. A lot of mothers don't want to deal with the emotional pain of realizing that they have a child in the world that they'll never know. Or what if one day that child says, hey, I want to meet my birth giver and ask them, why did they give me up? Why didn't they want me? Was I worthless to them? I don't think any mother wants to think about that. So at the end of the day, people got to respect the fact that if a woman doesn't want to have a child, she shouldn't be forced to have a child. And I think it's fucked up, and there's obviously nothing that we could do at this point because the Supreme Court has the final say. But now, because they want abortion to be illegal, states are doing a little slick shit. They're doing slick shit by putting limitations, like you can't have an abortion past 6 weeks. Or apparently, a lot of private insurance companies are also saying that they're not going to pay for abortions. They're not going to fund Planned Parenthoods. A lot of them are saying that they're not going to pay for abortions. So it's just like private insurance companies are trying to follow the whole ride of abortion should be illegal. It's so good to eat healthy. Ooh, what's in here? These watery ass celery sticks. So at the end of the day, I hope the Supreme Court makes the right decision by not permanently banning abortions. Because at the end of the day, y'all ain't raising these cock babies. Y'all claim that you guys are pro-adoption and this and this and that. But some of y'all will sit up here and say, oh, you know, if I adopt a kid, I don't want a kid that's deaf. I don't want a kid that's dyslexic. I don't want a kid that's autistic. I don't want a kid that suffers from Asperger's disease. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what about kids who literally have birth defects or are born special? Like, some of them never get adopted because parents don't want to deal with the stress of taking care of a child that has birth defects, and they get labeled children that aren't even normal. Like, oh, I want a normal child. Like, there are parents who out there who really want a normal child to take care of so that they can have the fucking shitty ass Full House lifestyle. So at the end of the day, people can sit up here and say, well, the kid can just get adopted. Well, not everyone gets fucking adopted. Shit, that shit pisses me off. And at the end of the day, if you're pro-life, it is what it is. But keep the same energy with people who get sentenced to death. Because at the end of the day, you say you're pro-life, but yet you're technically pro-death if you are with the death penalty at the end of the day. That's how I feel. Keep the same energy. And people might say, well, that's different because that's a defenseless child. They can't fend for themselves. Yeah, that's true. But then again, that means you're not pro-life. It's different, but you're not pro-life, bitch. So don't say pro-life to try to literally validate why you feel as though a woman should have her child at the end of the day. Oh, by the way, y'all, if you guys want weight loss tips, Slim Fast has been around for a couple of years. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. But basically, put like 1 or 2 scoops inside of a shaker with low-fat milk, or you can use almond milk. Shake it up. Eat only 1 meal a day. Make sure you guys eat only, this is considered 1 meal. Don't come for me. Eat only 1 meal a day. And drink 2 Slim Fast in a day, and replace the 2 other meals, because most people usually eat 3 meals a day. Replace your 2 other meals with a Slim Fast. This isn't a sponsored video, bitch. I'm giving y'all advice, because I know a lot of y'all been noticing I've been losing a little weight. So, you know, I give y'all advice. I seen like 1 comment of people saying, I seen like 1 or 2 comments, someone say, oh, how'd you do it, how'd you do it? I did. Slim Fast. I feel the pounds coming off already. But that's how I feel at the end of the day. Women are not objects. Women are people, just like men are people. And I feel like if they're going to put restrictions on things like birth control, and they're going to put because yes, in case you know, they're going to put restrictions on them. Like a lot of private insurance companies won't pay for them. And it is an instance where a lot of private insurance companies won't pay for abortions after a certain amount of time. And apparently also, in case you guys don't know, I forgot to mention this, doctors will go to jail if they do any type of abortion. So if you commit an abortion or you give anybody resources, like pills or whatever, and you're a doctor, to get an abortion, yeah, you're gonna go to jail for up to 10 to 99 years, and it's certified as a Class C felony or some shit like that. I'm over here like doctors over here getting into jail. I mean, luckily women won't go to jail if they try to commit an abortion. But then again, this is just like making marijuana illegal. Marijuana is illegal as fuck in a lot of states, just like New York. But people still manage to fucking get it. You walk down the streets of New York, you smell fucking weed everywhere you go. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you guys are gonna make it illegal, people still gonna find a way to get to it. Just like how people found a way to get to Xanax, just like how people found a way to get to lean, because I don't think codeine was always illegal. But just like how people always found a way to get to certain things that are illegal, they're gonna find a way to get to abortion. That's gonna lead to people using the old methods. Because back in the day, people were using coat hangers, people were using things like tweezers, and people were using things like long blunt cords to literally do abortions on themselves. People were telling their friends or family members to kick them and punch them in the stomach to kill the baby, because a lot of people really just don't feel mentally ready to have a kid. Now, as I was saying before, if you're gonna put limitations, first of all, these wings are not extra hot. These shits are fucking orange. Anyways, okay, so if they're gonna put limitations on women to have abortions, how about this? How about you put limitations on men? How about y'all make it a federal crime for a nigga to not use a condom? How about that? Or how about you guys make it a federal crime not to be there for your child? How about that? How about y'all make it a federal crime that equals to 160 million years in prison if a dad doesn't take care of a child? Or how about this? How about we provide resources for these kids that y'all say just give them up for adoption? There's many people that want them. How about you give them opportunities like fucking scholarships, or you give them opportunities like a paycheck every month until they turn 21. Give them opportunities like that. There probably is opportunities like that. I don't know. Educate me, because a lot of things I did look into, but a lot of things I'm not 100% sure of. But at the end of the day, they need to provide opportunities for kids who are adopted, because believe it or not, when kids reach a certain age, in case y'all ain't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all do know this or should know this. When kids reach a certain age, you get kicked out of the foster system because they can't take care of you anymore. They need room for all the younger kids that they need to fuck up mentally. So when people reach a certain age, you're out of the system. You're grown. Take care of yourself. And boom, some of them end up being prostitutes. Some of them end up fucking being killers, serial killers. Some of them end up being fucked up people. Not all of them. Some of them choose the right path, but who's to say some of them will choose the wrong path? And a lot of times it has to do with money, not being accepted in society, not having anyone at all. And also, if you didn't know, abortion became legal worldwide back in 1973. Back in 1973, I'm sure a lot of you guys who did go to school know about Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade was basically a bill that was passed in 1973 that basically says women should be allowed to be entitled to their privacy. So if they want an abortion, they should be able to have one. And 1973, Roe versus Wade, the bill that allowed abortion worldwide, all over the U.S., that basically saved a lot of women. And now you got politicians like the white people who were taking over, and senators and shit who are over here saying, well, we want to overturn Roe versus Wade because we think it's wrong, we think it's fucked up. And a lot of times people love to say, you know, bring up religion, like say, oh, you know, God says that abortion is wrong, abortion is wrong. See, this is my issue with a lot of what the Bible says, and not just the Bible, but, you know, a lot of religions in general. A lot of people say abortion is wrong, abortion is wrong, it's not God's way, it's not God's way. But okay, fucking out of wedlock is not God's way. How about that, bitch? So at the end of the day, people want to sit up here and say it's not God's way, but at the end of the day, I think the Bible does nothing but, there's a lot of good things in the Bible, I do agree, but I feel like the Bible a lot of times did nothing but control people. You know, the Bible's a big reason why, you know, homophobia is a big thing, and the Bible's also a big reason why abortion is shunned, and why women are looked at as under than men. Like, believe it or not, the Bible is a big reason why women don't get enough respect, and maybe it never will be equal to men, will never be considered equal to men, ever. You know, all a lot of women want is equality, and a lot of women will never get it because of this double standard. Seeing all this go on, I'm just like, damn, motherfucker. Maybe I should vote. Nah, maybe not. Our votes sometimes don't count, depending on what state you're in. But that's another video. Not gonna get into that. This Slim Fast is so good. I feel the pounds shedding off already. And I want to take the time to say, everyone that lives in Alabama and all these states that are highlighted in yellow, if you live in any of those states, pack your shit now, bitch. Okay? Leave the motherfucking state or die, bitch. Leave that state. Go to a new state. Go to California. Come to Florida. Shit, go to any other state except for Alabama. Damn. And I want to say in the same breath, this video is sponsored by Car Marshal. If you're looking for a new or used car and a nearby seller near you, click on my link in the description down below and type in your zip code, and you can find a nearby seller near you selling a new or used car. You know, freedom of abortion was something that was fought for a very long time. You know, the Roe versus Wade situation, it started off because of a woman named Jane Roe was basically trying to get an abortion in Dallas. She couldn't get it, so then she hired attorneys who were trying to fight the law, and then they filed a lawsuit against the district attorney, and then they ended up winning. So basically, a woman fought very, very hard to have the right to do what she wants to do. And it's crazy because, believe it or not, in a lot of countries, abortion is illegal. Abortion is illegal in a lot of countries like Ireland. A lot of these countries who decide to force women to have their children have resources that help them. Way more than America's resources. Slim Fast, motherfucker. So yeah. Let a grown woman do what the fuck she want to do. Her body, her choice. That's how I see it. If y'all gonna do this to a woman, do some type of limitation to a man. Keep the same energy. Make it a felony not to wear a fucking condom. Make it a felony to not be there for your child. That's how I see it. Let me eat some celery. I haven't touched my celery all day. You know, I almost didn't talk about this because I'm just like, damn, this is very controversial. And a lot of times you need to lightly dive into it, especially when it comes to controversial topics, because you will offend a lot of fucking people. But I don't give a fuck. I wanted views, bitch. And this video's probably get demonetized anyway, so it don't even fucking matter. I'm probably not gonna make any money off of this because controversial shit can't get paid on YouTube. So whether you agree with me or not, my opinion is my opinion. Don't worry, I'm touching my salad. Everybody gonna be like, you ain't touched the salad at all. Don't worry. So let's leave it at that. In all honesty, let grown people do what the fuck they want to do. If she wants to queef out that shit and throw it away, it is what it is at the end of the day. Her body, her choice. And people say, well, at the end of the day, that's another life she's taking care of with different DNA and its own brain, all that stuff. Well, perfect. So how about you how about this? How about you adopt a child? Or how about you go out and have your own child? Or how about there's a scenario where your child gets, God forbid, your child gets raped, or your child decides to get pregnant at 14 years old, or your child commits incest, or your sister or cousin commits incest. Would you want them to carry a rapist's baby or an incest baby? Probably not. Man, let women do what the fuck they want to do. That law is stupid as fuck. It's dumb. And I feel like if a lot of these men are gonna try to outlaw abortion, the least they could fucking do is do their research and understand where women are coming from. But I guess the one thing that they see as an advantage is, well, if you want, you can have an abortion, but only if it's a life or death situation. So if a woman is in a life or death situation, at that point she can have an abortion. Women will never get respect in America. But don't get me wrong, if a woman is out here getting like 9, 10, 11 abortions in a year, ooh, child. The persistency. I feel like if they're gonna put limitations on abortions, I mean, make it fair. Like, put limitations on the amount of abortions you can get, like, within a year period. Like, say, like, make it a limitation to where you can only get like 3 abortions, like, within a 5-year period. You know, it's just messed up how you guys want to get rid of it immediately, or you guys want to like add restriction on it. And then these are men making these damn laws. How the fuck you gonna tell women what they can and cannot do? It's not your burden to deal with. Like, it's like you really cannot even sit up here and deal with it. Like, it's not even their issue. It's not even their war. It's not even their battle. At the end of the day, you're not gonna be the one taking care of these kids. It's so funny because when you ask a lot of these politicians and these senators and these mayors and so on and so forth, all people do is make excuses like, oh, it's not God's way, or oh, it should be this way, or I'm not for abortion, it's wrong, a life counts.
Would you have preferred a bill that has exemptions for rape and incest?
All human life is precious.
Life matters. Okay, cool. Then how about this? How about y'all abolish the death penalty in all states worldwide? One of my videos I said I'm not supportive of the death penalty. And somebody was like, so you'd be okay with a serial killer or a rapist being a life choice? TROYCETV cares about rapists being alive. This is how I feel. Is your name Jesus, bitch? Okay, if not, then you shouldn't have a say if someone should be alive or not. Rather, you're the state. Well, a life for a life. If somebody murders somebody, then why should they be alive? Once again, is your name Jesus, bitch? No? Okay.
And when I point that out, that pertains to the people who say they're pro-life. If you're pro-life, keep the same energy with everybody. And keep the same energy with black men who get shot by the cops. But you already know all these senators are going to be like, well, these black people should have, cooperated. Keep the same energy, bitch. That's all I'm saying. You can't be pro-life sometimes. Just don't work.
Just making sure. I don't got nothing to say. don't really have nothing to add to this video. All I did was, you know, give my opinion, my thoughts. I want to hear y'all thoughts and opinions. The comment section is open for discussion. I want to know what everyone has to say. Don't drag me for having my opinion. If you want to, you know, point out something that I point out that you don't disagree with and you want to give your critique on it in an educational way, go for it. But don't say, you're a fucking fat pig, you fucking ugly bitch, fat. Like, no. We don't need that kind of energy. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own fact, bitch. But all that for this video. Please share, like, comment, subscribe. Give your thoughts in the comment section down below, like I just said. And yeah, make sure to try Slim Fast if y'all want to lose weight. Hashtag not sponsored, because they ain't paying me shit. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch.
Together, baby. When you left, I lost a part of me. It's so hard to believe. Come back, baby, please. Oh, we belong together. Oh, I'm so gonna be wrong when times get rough. Who's gonna talk to me till the sun comes up? Who's gonna take my place when nobody else? Oh, baby, baby, we belong together. Oh, ooh, 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 ah, we belong together. Thank you. That was that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my controversial opinions. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Give your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, love you all. Thank you for everything. Thank you. And comment what song I should sing next and let me know if you made it to the end. Okay, I'm done now. Bye.